What's up, Broke Ass Nation? Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys have a lot to be thankful for, and hopefully you guys are going to be stuffing yourselves with some turkey and who knows what else. All your favorites. You know, I'm really thankful this year for, you know, some good companies that decide to actually sell reasonably priced products. You know, specifically car parts for us. That kind of leads me into the update here for this thing, the good old Vette. Before we, you know, get too far into this, I know I never took you guys for a ride in this thing. It is kind of starting to get shitty outside and becoming winter. So I don't know how much more driving is this thing's gonna do. But quick story, well, to make a long story quick, basically I've been having camera problems. So yeah, it was too big of a pain in the ass, honestly, to like mess with trying to use my phone to film like driving this. So yeah, I decided to go ahead and get a new GoPro. I got the Hero 13, got the Creators Edition, so hopefully it's got some tools that might help make quality better on these videos. I'm not too sure. I mean, we'll see. Updates on this real quick. I know I mentioned something about overheating and the fan possibly not working. Just to sum that up, that wasn't exactly correct. The big thing is Corvettes are just stupid. Okay, that's the biggest thing you can take away from that. So the thing is, technically it's not overheating. I think it's getting hotter than it should, and so do like most of the people on the internet that own Corvettes, because it gets hotter than any other LS motor I've ever seen. Just sitting there idling, they end up getting around 220 to 230 is where they sit, which I don't like. But anyway, there was really nothing wrong with that. I did end up having to change this T piece here. Well, it was the whole, all the lines and stuff, because it's pre-molded. I did change that. I also changed the thermostat, and I put a thermostat in it that will open at a lower temperature, just to help make sure it stays cooler, like help it circulate sooner. The big thing is the fans on these are dumb, and they're set to not even turn on until 192 degrees or something like that, I guess, Fahrenheit, by the way. But yeah, so the fan doesn't even come on till then, and it comes on very, very low. Then it doesn't kick in like full speed until like 225 Fahrenheit. So yeah, I don't like that. So at some point I'm gonna get Ben to try to put a tune on it for the fan, so the fan will kick in faster sooner to help keep it a little cooler at idle. We're also gonna get rid of the we're gonna block the catalytic converter code that keeps coming up, because I mean, let's be honest, it's just annoying. I'm assuming the cats are probably toast on this thing. I mean, they are still on there, so you know. But yeah, the other issue was this bad boy right here, this good old relay for the fuel pump. Not gonna lie, I'm still have no fucking idea. I tore this whole fuse box down. It tears into like 3 or 4 pieces. Tore the whole thing apart. It just, I only found like one issue in there, and that was one of the pins at the very bottom of that box for that relay, it was a little screwed up. I fixed it to the best of my ability. It's kind of hard to fix because of the way it was, but I think I got it fixed. But we're still having the issue, so I don't know. The other thing that really doesn't help is, I mean, I'm not gonna mess with it right now, but so you see how, like, shit, I can just fling that relay out like it's nothing. Okay, well, if I tried to do that with this one, it's not coming out so easily, and that's because on the legs down here, the connector legs, on this one for the fuel pump, there is solder added to them to make it wider. Oh, why is that, you might add? That's because if you put, say, that black one that I was just messing with in the slot for that fuel pump relay, it's all loosey-goosey. It just slops all over the place. So I can't do anything about that other than do what the previous people did and just add solder to those relays. So yeah, I don't know, just to make them fit, like, because you can't tear the box down any more than I had it, and I mean, you can't tear that top piece of that box apart to fix that. And unfortunately, I'm not buying a new box for it because it's like $400, and right now we're just gonna roll with what we got. But yeah, so other than that, oh yes, I did end up, of course, after getting all the coolant bled, which was a massive pain in the ass, I went to drive it one day and I couldn't get it to go in reverse to back it out of here. Master cylinder for the clutch went out. Lovely. Lovely. I mean, I knew when I bought it that the master cylinder, or well, I guess not the master cylinder, but I knew the clutch felt a little sloppy, like a little spongy and stuff. So I knew that was coming eventually, something with that. Luckily, it wasn't too bad to replace, actually. The worst part about replacing it is it sits way back down in here underneath your brake booster, and that's really the only hard part. Is it's just blind, like you're just blind doing it the entire time. So it's really not too bad. Other than that, I just had a problem getting it like back in and like fully punched in the hole where it's supposed to be. But yeah, I mean, now the clutch feels great again, so yeah. But that's really about it for the update on that. I mean, I did change the spark plugs and wires. Those plugs looked terrible. I don't think they'd ever been changed. But yeah, we're, you know, I already feel like I've drove it more than the yellow SS Camaro that I got rid of. I mean, I haven't driven this more yet, but I mean, it just feels like it because I have actually been trying to drive this. Yeah, it's fun to drive. All right, so now let's get into the meat and potatoes here that I was talking about earlier. Affordable car parts. And it has to do with this thing. So, like I mentioned before, I want to put headers on it. I want it to sound good. I want it to sound better. Let's put it that way. So, somebody actually recommended these to me. They said a buddy had them and that they actually worked out pretty well for him. So, it's cool. It is Speed Engineering headers. I mean, you know, they don't look too bad. Nice stainless, you know. They You also had the added option for some harness extenders for your O2 sensors. One thing I will say, this thing right here, this nice graphite gasket, you can just take that and just throw it in the trash. You want these good old multi-layer steel ones. I've never had any issues out of these. But yeah, the reason I say about these being cheap is the fact that those headers are only like, let's round up, say $400, okay? Those are stainless steel long tube headers for a C6 Corvette. They're the 1 7/8 primaries, which they do have 2-inch primaries, but I didn't want to spend the extra, I think it was like $50–$60 on it. I don't need to get a bunch of performance out of this. It's got enough the way it is for now. I'm mainly in for the sound. But yeah, you can add options and stuff. Like they sell this X pipe, which, as you can see, I have not tried to unpack. But this X pipe comes with a bunch of other tubing, as you can see. And what's all this tubing, you might add? Well, all that extra tubing is to hook that X pipe up to either your stock base model exhaust, which would be probably what I have, your stock Z06 exhaust, or to their 3-inch system or an equivalent 3-inch system. Now, I'm not splurging and getting their whole system. You know, none of this is sponsored or anything, by the way. I just, you know, I like when a company actually makes something affordable, because like I said, those headers were basically $400. Then I forget how much the X pipe is added on top of that. I think it's like another $200 or $300, something like that. But that's insane, because you're at like $700 right there, and any name brand header for a C6 Corvette is like $900 to $1,000 plus. So that's insane. So yeah, we're gonna give these a try 100%. I don't care. There will be a video later in the near future, so I'll install these. But yeah, that's what we got going on. I also am gonna change this the way these tips are. You may not be able to see that very well. I don't like that they're crooked. I also don't really care. This thing could sound better. So we're gonna go with some nice Flowmaster Super 44s. And then we got some other stuff in here. We got the tips. We're gonna put some nice Flowmaster tips on there to go along with it. Yeah, so that'll be after the headers. The headers will be first. So, yeah. There'll be probably two different videos on this. One, I'll put the headers on. Second video, we'll put all that shit on. That'll probably have to be at Ben's house. We'll just see how it goes. But yeah, if any of you remember my GTO I had back in the day, probably like 5 years ago at this point, something like that, I had Flowmaster Super 44s on that, long tube headers. I mean, that was pretty much it. There was no piping other than literally the muffler pretty much jammed on the header, but that thing sounded amazing. Like, to me, that was one of the best sounding cars I've ever had. And I'm really hoping that this thing can sound similar. I'm just looking to get more of an aggressive sound out of it. I mean, it gets there, but you know, it could always be better. So hopefully this will get us here. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video, basically test out the new camera, give you guys a little update, say happy Thanksgiving, and just look forward to some videos coming out. I've got some other stuff in the plans. I got one video that I don't know if I want to do. It's doing the timing belt on the Jetta. I don't know if I want to film that, but we'll see. But we can at least look forward to the exhaust videos for this. Like I said, it'll probably be 2 videos, because I'll probably be doing them at 2 totally different times. But yeah, I got some other things I can't wait to show you guys, but kind of still working some things out. But like I said, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your day. Enjoy some turkey or some ham. Ham's better. But yeah, I don't know. I should have stopped talking a long time ago. Keep off those jack stands and stay broke, folks.